Shalom True, and welcome to my Let's Play Star Trek Online on the PS4. I am the Big B82, and this is part 97 of my Romulan Republic Federation aligned tactical officer. We're about to undertake another mission in the New Frontiers story arc, the mission Mirrors and Smoke, where a strange proto-matter reading has led us to a obscure region, an obscure part of the map, and an obscure nebula where the Lukari want to investigate. So I'm going to hail for the mission, and then we shall get this show on the road.
While searching for signs of weaponized proto-matter, one of our long-distance research probes made a most curious discovery. It found a Class M planet at the heart of the Gonkra Nebula. That's not the most exciting news, however. The probe detected the presence of sentient life on the planet. The biosigns were very similar to our own. It is possible that we have discovered a lost tribe of Lukari. We're going to investigate, and we'd like some backup. The probe went offline rather suddenly after detecting the planet. These people might not be very friendly.
Okay, so let's accept the mission. And we are here at the Gonkra Nebula. And we shall begin the mission. Mirrors and Smoke. Well, they're not very friendly. They're not going to particularly like seeing a ship the size of a planet turn up. And that's exactly what a scimitar is. Anyway, I might have mentioned it in my previous stream, but I'll mention it here. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Hope you enjoy my content. If you do like my content, please do subscribe. And I do welcome any comments as well.
They're armed, shielded, and combat capable. Let's hope they're not hostile as well. As the ranking officer here, I believe you should be the first to initiate contact.
Thank you. Opening a hailing frequency. Thank you. Open a hailing frequency comms. No response. Perhaps the nebula is causing interference. Compensation for nebula conditions overall, still no response.
Curious. Perhaps they might respond more favorably to a familiar face. May I open a channel?
It's worth a shot. Proceed.
Unidentified vessels. This is Captain Kumar K. of the LSS Reskava. I extend cordial greetings in the interest of establishing peaceful contact between us.
Stay quiet. Stay quiet. Still quiet. Is the universal translator online?
I'm not certain. Wait, they're locking weapons.
Red alert. Fire to disable.
I don't understand. The Reskava did nothing to provoke this attack.
Yeah, well, they're going to regret it. Scimitar people.
This is Prime Minister Tulaman of the Kantari Union. I've ordered our forces to cease hostilities and ask you to do the same.
This is Admiral Maris of the RRW Kapesh. Explain yourself, Prime Minister.
There's been a grave misunderstanding. It is customary for us to discuss such grievances in person. Will you accept my invitation to parley?
Yes. Send us a meeting for flight coordinates. Maris out.
The Kantari. They survived. Somehow they managed to survive the devastation of Kentar and make it here. Incredible. Historically, Kantari were quick to distrust and attack. It would seem that hasn't changed. We should be cautious. Despite that, I am ready to transport when you are.
Okay, well. Whilst Romulan, because we're quick to distrust. So the Kentari and the Lukari seem to have the same kind of origin as us. It seems as though the Kentari are the Romulans and the Lukari are the Vulcans. We became, us Romulans, we became secretive, militaristic, and the Vulcans were peaceful. It's ironic. See a lot of similarities in ourselves and these people.
The 14 sacred trees of Lukar. The Kentari destroyed one world with their toxic ways, and it seems they're well on their way to destroy another. Unbelievable. This Prime Minister has much to answer for. Where is she, by the way? And why are we meeting on the street?
I'm wondering about that myself. Message from the Kentari Admiral. Apparently there was a minor error in the coordinates they provided, resulting in your current situation. Transmitting updated coordinates for the Kentari capital building for you now. Shall we beam you to it? Negative. It's not far from here. We'll go on foot.
That Kentari on the street looks quite ill.
I'm reading extreme levels of toxins in the Kentari's lungs. Without treatment, he will be dead in months.
Reading high levels of toxic chemical emissions in the area. They still use unregulated exhaust systems? Unbelievable. How peculiar. The doors here have built-in filtration systems.
Toxin filters built into the doors are substandard at best.
What's that machine off to the side? Some sort of miniature store? It's full of breathing aids. People poison the air here and charge... Does that fluid look off to you?
That drain pipe is leaking acidic fluids with high levels of pollutants.
I've never seen this level of suffering.
You weren't on the homeworld after it blew up. Oh, sorry. After the homeworld blew up, the Romulans, we had this suffering. I grew up on a farming world.
Oh, they pile their refuse in the streets. There are still heat signatures on this junk. It was placed here recently.
Kill the Lukari and her alien lackeys.
Do you guys not see what I just did to your ships in space?
Hatred for Lukari still burns in the hearts of some Kentari, along with violent xenophobia. Hopefully their leadership is of a more diplomatic nature.
Agreed. Let's keep moving. Oh, we're trying to get some news.
The Capitol building is a short distance from here.
Only a few pages catch your interest. Which page do you want to read? You want to read the economy page.
The lunar colony is providing just enough food to support the Kentari population at current consumption levels. The government has launched a new farm labor program aimed at increasing food production and adding new jobs. The program is expected to launch prior to the beginning of the next crop cycle on the colony.
Environmental page.
The structural integrity of several housing blocks has been called into question by independent analysts. Ministers at the Building Authority deny any cause for concern as tower extension projects aimed at elevating the blocks above the smog level have commenced.
Science.
The smog business epidemic is on the rise. If you find a citizen collapsed on the street, call the nearest medical station. When you purchase breathers, make sure you provide for your children before you provide for yourselves. We must secure the future. Ignan Rune, number 41 of the South Capitol Steelbenders, received an award from the Office of the Prime Minister for charitable service yesterday. After the team's victory over the North Capitol Forgers, Rune celebrated by purchasing gold-made breathers for each fan in the stadium.
That's nothing. Okay, economy.
Asteroid mining in the system has revealed a new mineral. Its primary use lies in power generation, and it could serve as a high-energy alternative to chemical and atomic fuel sources currently in use. The Kentar Energy Consortium has secured initial rights to harvesting the mineral known as ardenite. Contrary to reformist propaganda, smog levels are stable and decreasing in some quadrants. Yes, construction teams are receiving contracts, but this will lead to job creation and affordable housing throughout Kentar City. Remember, as upper floors are bought and moved into, the lower floors are made available to others at affordable rates. Looking for an 80th floor view? Soon you'll be able to get one. United, we are strong.
Science.
Recent studies on the connection between unprotected breathing and the so-called smog sickness were inconclusive. Many of the planet's population never wear breathers. None have been diagnosed with the disease. Remember, eat well and work hard. Staying strong is the only true way to keep from getting ill. Baranu, the Beast, Moody, number 15 of the colony feeders, has received more criticism for speaking out against the owners of the various planetary teams. Moody continues to state that the team owners are subjecting the players to horrible living conditions, while the owners all live in penthouse suites. Multiple players have gone on the record that their living conditions are fine, and they are not being bribed to make these statements. A boycott on all Beast souvenirs is still in effect in most cities, though Moody has yet to be suspended by the Sporting Guild.
Propaganda, you know, you got propaganda there. Excuse me.
Even here, the poor huddled in misery.
So you had propaganda and you got the, you know.
What? Another attack?
Oh, fools.
Is that the last of them? Let's go inside. The Kantari have some explaining to do.
Damn right they do. So I appreciate being attacked twice.
Well, this place is a far cry from the smog and squalor we just left, isn't it?
Yeah, certainly is.
Welcome to New Kentar. I must apologize for the unfortunate incidents that have taken place. You have arrived during a period of social unrest for our people.
This would explain the repeated attacks.
I'm afraid so. The decline of our world has split the Kentari into two factions. The reformists, like myself, who wish to gradually change our way of life for the better, and the traditionalists, who cling tightly to the old ways and all of the destruction that comes with them. The Kentari who attacked you were traditionalist soldiers. They see you, and especially the Lukari, as a threat to their existence.
What danger do we or the Lukari pose to your people?
It's simple. Your kind are well-armed aliens from an advanced culture. To the Trads, you're hostile invaders. And the Lukari, dangerous anarchists from our distant past. long thought exiled, now returned, and more dangerous than ever. The troubling part is they may be right about all of you.
Such xenophobia is unwarranted, Minister.
Minister Pentaro is in charge of planetary security. It's his job to evaluate all potential threats, foreign and domestic. The idea of working with aliens, with Lukari, will be controversial. That said, our situation is deteriorating. I'm willing to open a dialogue with outside parties.
Such a dialogue will be monitored, however, in the interest of planetary security.
Your suspicion is misplaced, Minister. We had nothing to do with all this.
You're not wrong, Captain. And we realize the need to do something about it. The privileged few are safe above the pollution, but they live on borrowed time. Ecosystems across the planet are failing. We can no longer afford to...
Prime Minister, do you think it's prudent to discuss such matters with these outsiders?
Our operation sorry to interrupt, but we have urgent news. Tzenkethi warships are on a fast approach to the moon of the planet. Kentari forces are moving to intercept, but they're heavily outgunned. Got a red alert. We'll do what we can to help.
Curious. One band of aliens arrives with words of peace, while another arrives bearing the swords of war. How convenient. Coincidence? Or a cunning ruse to weaken our defenses and lower our guard?
Tzenkethi are not our allies, as you'll soon see.
I believe you. Our moon is home to our agricultural sites and thousands of Kentari workers. Your help protecting it will be welcomed by my government. The sooner you can begin, the better.
Alright, let's go. I'll show you Tzenkethi how I deal with them. The Kentari have moved to engage the Tzenkethi forces, Admiral, and they won't last long without us, especially against the Tzenkethi flagship. Helm, take us in. All hands, battle stations.
Might build some trust with Kentari.
I don't think so. They seem like a... Damn right, you're glad I'm with you.
Fight on! For the Yuki! For the Kentari!
I'm reading concentrations of crystals targeted by the Tzenkethi on the Kentari moon, along with numerous Tzenkethi life signs and several proto-matter signals. We'd better hurry. They may be preparing to detonate more bombs.
Agreed. Let's get to the moon and stop the
Get to the
Tzenkethi.
moon and stop those bombs, now!
Alright, stop the dreadnought.
I hope your people know how to deal with these bombs.
No, Tzenkethi dreadnoughts are... As you said there, weak at the front. Don't worry, neither with this. Oh, crap baskets.
We detected some sort of intense energy detonation on the moon. We're reading 0 life signs there. No one. They're all gone. What did they do to us? What has happened?
It was a proto-matter bomb. It eradicates all organic matter. I'm sorry.
All is not lost, Minister. While we can't bring back the Kentari who were killed, we can help you restore your moon's food production capabilities in short order.
A likely story. For all we know, this is the precursor to invasion. These aliens have destroyed our food and weakened our military, Prime Minister. They mean to conquer us.
That's ridiculous. We just risked our lives to protect you.
Calm yourself, Pentaro, and remember who is Prime Minister here. Captain Kumarke, I accept your proposal, provided there's full oversight from the Ministry of Defense at every stage of the operation. You'll understand our need for such security measures, I'm sure.
I won't let you down, Prime Minister. Have your observation team meet mine on the moon at these coordinates. We'll begin as soon as we're able.
We'll be on our watch in case the Tzenkethi return. Let's just carve over here.
Alliance vessels, your interference ends here, now!
Oh, please.
Proto-matter emitters are in place. The matrix is stable and primed for effect. Let me know when you want me to initiate the restoration procedure.
Make it so.
Proto-matter matrix is stable. We're ready to begin. Initiating primary restoration sequence now. Something is wrong. Everything just stopped. Why? Checked the settings myself. That moon should be covered with crops by now. I could use some assistance down there. Please join me at the worksite.
Let's go. Let's find out what's going on. Right, so something's gone awry. Nothing is ever easy.
Let's begin by configuring the flow regulators at each of the transmission arrays. I'll observe the flow rates while you make the adjustments.
Understood. Okay. Well done, Kamake.
Curious. Someone made adjustments to the transmitters that could cause a detonation similar to a proto-matter bomb. But whoever did it wasn't familiar with Lukari tech. We have safeguards to prevent such a thing, so instead of blowing up, it just didn't work. I hate to say it, but I believe one of the Kentari observers made those adjustments.
Better be sure. Wait, hear that?
Kentari! Cover me while I secure the proto-matter!
Really?
I'm taking fire here! Help! I'm taking fire here! Help! I'm far from defenseless, Kentari!
You worry about this, I'll worry about them, alright? Fucking hell.
I'm taking fire here! Help! I'm far from defenseless, Kentari!
Well, you're okay because you got a Romulan officer standing by, but I won't get too cocky if I was you. Although I was a Romulan naval commander, so I wasn't a Romulan navy.
They just don't know when to quit, do they?
No, they don't.
Attacking us is unwise. Very unwise. Oh, proto-matter secured. We're safe.
Let's get back to our ship.
Those were traditionalists. I suspect one of their operatives was behind the sabotage here as well. I've locked out access to everyone but you and me. We can make things right without any interference once we return to our ships.
Okay, return to ship.
All systems are online. We're ready to go. Initiating restoration process now. Proto-matter matrix deployed. Everything's in the green. We did it!
It worked. Our sensors are showing a stable proto-matter matrix in the formation of crops at all production sites. We owe you a profound debt of gratitude. Thank you.
Come on, I can't make this happen. No offense to traditionalists.
Their actions have shamed us all, but they will not get away with it, I assure you. Minister Pentaro is looking into it personally. He has sent some ships to escort you back to New Kentar.
We see them. They're on an attack course.
Alien vessels! Surrender or be destroyed! Fight!
Okay. You guys must have a death wish.
You forced my hand. You and your pathetic Lukari bootlicker. It's time to end this. I will make New Kentar safe once more. Safe from you and the rest of the alien filth in the galaxy.
Stand down before you get more people hurt, Minister. Final warning.
Exile was too
Not everyone. Placed the people before his personal beliefs. I was wrong. His madness nearly killed us all. And for what? Pride, hate, and fear. I wish to formally apologize. Thank all of you, personally. Under the circumstances, you should meet up one of your vessels. The Rescava, if you're agreeable.
This is a momentous occasion. I'm glad you're here to share it with us. Diplomacy is part of a captain's job, as you know. I hope I'm up for the challenge. Welcome to the Rescava, Prime Minister. I look forward to working together.
Thank you, Captain. Most kind of you after all that's happened. We almost lost everything today. Instead, we can begin to build a better future, thanks to you. There will be resistance from people like Pentaro, but we must continue to look ahead. To that end, we hope to work together with you and your allies.
I'm happy to hear it. Kentari and Lukari have lived apart far too long. We've recently begun to explore beyond our world. Perhaps we can do so together.
Perhaps. We've got a lot of work to do before then, however.
Indeed we do.
Well then, let's get started, shall we?
Cool. Peace. I like a peace. After all this time, the Kentari are here, alive. I can hardly believe it. This will be quite the revelation back home. Many Lukari do not look fondly upon the Great Exodus or the Kentari who forced it upon us. Still, we may be on a path of reunification, one that lets us rebuild what's lost with the Kentari. I truly hope so. The Kentari uniform. However, that is the end of part 97. When we return in part 98, we'll be doing the mission Brushfire. Until then, please subscribe.
Republic Intelligence.
Comments are welcome, and I appreciate any thumbs up as well. And I will see you in part 98. Until then, Joan on True. Ciao for now.